English file, intermediate level, grammar, 4B, page 139. Unit 4B grammar, that's about ability and possibility. So more specifically, how to use can, could, and be able to, or what are the differences between them. Okay, here we got like two main sections here, right? We can divide this into two. The first section is about can and could, and then the second section is be able to. Quite a small topic. So we got can. We can use in present form, past form, or conditional form, which is could. We can't use can in present perfect or infinitive or gerund forms, right? And when we talk about ability, I can speak English. I can do that. And when I was young, when she was 3, our daughter could play. So she had the ability to play, right? Could play. And when we want to make negative, can't. And they couldn't wait because they were in a hurry. So the main difference is we, can is limited when it comes to, the variety of tenses. In other words, we can only use in present form and past form. Conditional form, when we use conditionals, we use, second conditional. If I were rich, for example, if I were rich, I could buy a villa, for example. I could buy a villa if I were rich. Yeah, so instead of would, we can use could. So would is the very common way of using it when we talk about second conditional. If I were rich, I would buy a villa. Or instead of would, I can also use could. This is the meaning when, they say here conditional form. Conditional form. So we can use could instead of would. Okay, so again, can, past simple, could. And we can also use could for polite purposes, conditional form like, could you open the door for me, please? To be more polite. Can you open the door? Or could you open the door? In other tenses, like when we want to use present perfect, so obviously, ability and possibility, we should be able to, express these ideas in present perfect or infinitive and gerund or future tenses. We use be able to, because can we don't have the option to use them in those tenses. So as you can see here, here you go. Luke has been able to, you see, as a present perfect. So obviously we are formulating be, has been able to swim, or was able to. I was able to swim. I would like to be able to ski. To be able to, that is infinitive form. To be able to. Again, has been able to, that is the present perfect. Okay. Now we got here, I'd like to be able to, that is the infinitive, right? I'd like to be able to, that is infinitive. And then the last one is here, gerund. We can also use ability for gerund. I love being able to. See, I love being able to stay in bed late on Sunday morning. You'll be able to practice. You'll be able to practice. This is future case. You'll be able to. So as you can see here, we're using be able to, the very flexible structure, grammar structure. When we talk about ability, we can use in any tenses we would like to. We can also use be able to with present instead of can and could when we want to sound more formal. When we want to sound more formal. And there's another feature of be able to, which is in level 5. When we want to be more specific, if I want to talk about specific situations, then I use be able to rather than can and could. Can and could, general situations. General situations, guys. Okay. So when you watch my level 5 videos, you should be able to get some more information about how to use be able to in specific situations. Okay. Right now we're gonna do some exercises here. It says here A, circle the correct form, tick if both are correct. So some of them, we might be able to use both of them together. Let's do that. So my little boy couldn't and wasn't able to. So which one is correct? My little boy couldn't. So let's make it bigger a bit. Okay. My little boy. So I'm doing this one. Question number 1. My little boy wasn't able to speak until he was nearly 2 years old. Okay, so here we can use tick. We can use both of them. I can say my little boy couldn't speak, or my little boy wasn't able to speak. And obviously here couldn't is better, but if you want to sound more polite, then we're going to use for wasn't able to. Okay, so that's it. So when the first one is both of them correct. Number 2, she's much better after her operation. After her operation, she's much better after her operation. Now we're going to she'll, it means she will. After she will, we can't use can, guys. So we're going to go for she'll be able to walk, or she will be able to walk. Okay, so only one choice is correct here. Number 3, he hasn't could. Guys, we can't say he hasn't could. He hasn't could. There's no structure like that. But we can say, actually, we need to remove could only. He hasn't been able to. He hasn't been able to mend my bike yet. He'll do it tomorrow. Number 4, it's the weekend at last. I love, after love, we must use gerund. So I love being able to. All right. So the rest of it, we can do it fully in the class. Now we're going to move to B part. Exercise B is asking us complete with the correct form of be able to. Correct form, maybe present perfect, maybe future, maybe gerund, maybe infinitive, positive, negative, and question format. Number 1, her mobile has been switched off all morning. So yet, when there's yet, I must use here present perfect. So I haven't been able to, right? So we're going to use that now here. I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to talk to her yet. Present perfect of be able to. Okay, guys. And how did I know it's a present perfect? Because of this word. Number 2, I don't like noisy bars. Number 2, I don't like noisy bars. I like, so after like, we use here gerund. So I like being able to have. I like being able to have a conversation without shouting. Okay. Number 3, I leave home when I get a job. So when I get a job, I leave home. So I'm talking about future situation. So we're going to use here will be able to. I will, or We can make contraction here because English people, they like using contractions. I'll be able to. You see, guys, I'll be able to leave home when I get a job. When I get a job. Okay, let's do 4 as well. We're having a party next Saturday. We're having a party next Saturday. So I can say, will you be able to, right? Will you be able to come? Will you be able to come? Will you be able to come to the party? Okay, guys, so that's it. We're going to stop here. The rest of it we're going to do in the class. Thanks for your time and see you in the next videos, guys.